Copa America Day 3, U.S. men's national team 2, Bolivia 0, Uruguay 3, Panama 1. Who saw that coming, be honest? You didn't. We're going to be giving our thoughts to today's matches here in this video. Guys, please, 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 in the comments, make sure you also drop your thoughts. What did you think about the games today? Drop the video a like. That would go a long way. And make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the daily videos covering the Copa America here on Deadball TV. Before we get into our individual game analysis, we got a couple little bullet points to get the brain juices flowing. Fraud of the day from the two matches. Connor, do you have a fraud?
I don't know if I have an out-and-out fraud, but, dude, I got to say Fede. Fede was quiet. He was quiet. And I wouldn't say that he was bad, but, I mean, that Uruguayan midfield got manhandled for a solid 20 to 30 minutes. That was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
That was brutal. I don't know if I'd call him fraud, out and out, but ghost show for sure. That's the one that sticks out the most to me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to 100% agree. And I also think maybe we should, this is our first episode, ladies and gentlemen, give us some slack. Maybe we should rebrand this to Ghost of the Day. Fantasma of the Day. Something like that.
Fantasma.
As opposed to fraud.
I like that.
But I agree. The Fantasma of the Day, Fede Valverde, very disappointing. Did not control the game at all. We've seen guys like Cruz do it every game for Germany this Euro. I expect something similar from Fede because he is individually the best midfielder this tournament. And, dude, he was getting outplayed by Coco and Martinez for basically the entire second half. Before we move on to the second one, I got to say, dude, I don't think you can say there's a Panamanian fraud of today. And I think that's a massive deal. I think the whole team looked great.
That is a massive win. Yes, correct. They're going to be, and look, if things hold, as they are, it's looking like, I mean, we all kind of knew that they weren't going to make it out of the group, but they are going to be the team that I'm sorely missing in the knockouts because they're playing like they deserve. They're playing like they deserve to move on.
Right. Okay, next little appetizer here. Momento más grande, moment of the day. There's a couple nominees here. What are we going with, man? What was your favorite moment of today? And guys, in the comments, follow along. This does not have to be a goal. It could be a straight red card. If you really liked the tenacity that was put behind the challenge, I don't give a damn. There's no rules here. I'm going to say,
Are we going to have the same one? I think it'll be from the same game.
Michael Murillo?
Yeah.
Michael Murillo's goal?
Dang. Oh, no. For you, no, that's an excellent one. I thought you were going to say Darwin's half volley. I thought you were going to say that for sure. But Michael Murillo's goal was gorgeous. I'm going to say Araujo. It's the best goal that I've seen in the tournament so far. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And I didn't see it coming is, I think, what got me. Everything else had a little bit of a buildup. But that, I mean, my man just popped off. I was like, for sure, this is a cross. And then top bins. I mean, we had Europeans in the chat that were freaking out. It was beautiful. Work of art.
And if you've convinced those people who are brainwashed that it was special. It's special.
Indoctrinated.
Okay.
Even.
Better goal. Maximiliano Araujo or Pulisic? Let us know in the comments.
Araujo. You got to go Araujo.
Agreed.
I'm going to pull up Pulisic's goal right now again just to make sure that I'm not absolutely hating. But keep in mind, this was against Bolivia.
If you want to hate, here's Jack's dark conspiracy. I think Pulley might be going for a cross, man. I think, look at how he strikes the ball.
Ooh.
Dark conspiracy of the day. I think that
you think he's going for a cross?
But they'll say I'm a Mexican simp in the comments. We'll never know.
Hold on. Dude, he is smiling pretty hard. Like he can't believe it. Hold on. No, you know what? He doesn't look for his players' positioning at all. That's a shot. I think it's a shot.
You think so? Okay. Hey, it was a dark conspiracy. Evil conspiracy I conjured up. I was whipping it up in the Oya over here, dude. So
wait,
hey,
hold on. The way they zoom in on his face, it's like he can't believe it. Oh, I think there might be something to this. Hold on. Oh, that's
Come on now.
You know what?
It's a miss hit.
We're gonna send
it's a miss hit.
We're gonna sit on
It's
one of the
a
comments.
miss hit, baby. Yeah.
Y'all drop
Hey,
it
y'all
down
vote
below.
down
Let us
below.
know what you think.
Miss hit or golazo.
Y'all vote.
All right.
We'll
I'm
put it
just
in the
trying to get the
Discord.
dialogues.
We'll put it in the Discord.
Yeah. And you should jump in the Discord. Link in the description. Biggest surprise from today.
Biggest surprise, I think that's another easy one. I think it's another easy one. Everything's coming from this second game of the day because it was a cracker, rightfully so. I've just thought my American bias would show through more. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. You have to say 20 minutes minimum of Panamanian dominance. And I'm not beating around the bush when I say dominance. Like the Uruguayan midfield is having trouble passing the ball. Uruguay looked lost. Lost for solutions. Fede, ghost show again, desaparecido. Where are you? I mean, I know that's an Argentine thing, but he was looking just like it. Just like it. It
I
was
said
tough. I
during the
would say
stream, he
that
was
that
looking
was
mighty
I did not
translucent
see that.
today.
Yeah. Yeah.
My biggest surprise is actually Darwin Nunez being that unclinical. I did not expect that.
You know,
And I know we all joke there's two Darwins, right?
I
There's
was about to
Uruguay and
say,
there's Liverpool. But that's why we make the joke because there's usually two Darwins. But today there was just one, baby. There was Anfield
they're
Darwin.
gonna get after you in the comments. They're gonna get after you in the comments for that one. But you know what?
What are they going to say?
I'll get behind that.
What are they going to
They're
say?
just
I
gonna
have him
tell
as
you
my
that
top
they
goal
saw
scorer of
this
the
coming
tournament.
from
What are
his
they going to say?
Liverpool form. Yeah. No, hey, look,
Well,
I
because these
understand.
mofos don't
I
watch
understand, but the haters
CONMEBOL.
are gonna come at you and say Liverpool Darwin is always Darwin.
Okay.
They just pulled a fast one on you. Um,
I'm used to that.
yeah.
I'm used to that. They try to come at me every day.
Aren't we all?
It's nothing new here.
Okay.
This is Deadball TV. Are we all? Okay.
But his business
I
as
just
usual.
want to say that because biggest takeaway from today, the first matches of Group C. What is your biggest takeaway? What's the last thing you're gonna think about as your head rests on the pillow tonight?
My biggest takeaway is that Uruguay are the real deal. Like those chances that they created in the beginning, they looked a lot stronger, a lot more confident than Argentina. The last piece of the puzzle is Brazil and Uruguay. I've seen Brazil pretty recently. Brazil and Uruguay. Brazil and Colombia. I want to see how Colombia strings things together, and I want to see what it looks like there. So I guess what I'm thinking is that Argentina's going to have a real run for their money because they played very similar game to Uruguay. You know, Uruguay looked almost like a carbon copy, just, oh my God, chronic issues finishing. And thank God their nine finally got it done there at the end, right? Two
Chronic.
late goals, which were fantastic, but just really rough. That being said, I think Panama made a lot less mistakes. I think that Panama made much fewer mistakes than, Canada when Argentina was coming up on them. And I think that's very telling. I think it's very telling. I know Canada had a hell of a press, but Panama was definitely more threatening. They were definitely more aggressive, and more of the chances were created by Uruguay as opposed to capitalized on by Argentina, you know? So I guess that's what I'll be thinking about is we're in for a hell of a tournament here. I know everybody in the comments is saying Euros this or Copa America this. We're in for two great tournaments here. We're in the group stage. Let's not forget that this is still the group stage. It's not like everybody was, sitting in for a bunch of nail biters during this last World Cup during the group stage either. No, we were just hyped because it had been 4 years and the pandemic had just happened. So
Correct.
let's lock in. Let's lock in.
Correct.
I'm ready. We got games, almost every day the rest of this week? I'm solid. I'm solid on that. Let's go. Yours. Tell me yours.
I think very simply, my biggest takeaway is that Group A is probably going to play out exactly how everybody thought.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's going to come down to the U.S. Uruguay game in the final match day to determine who gets first. And as good as Panama played today, which I think they were fantastic in the second half, I don't know if they can play better than that. And because of that, we're still looking at best case 4 points for them if they put in a monumental performance against the US. And I just don't know if they can do that. So That's my biggest takeaway from the day. Let's talk about the U.S. 2-0 victory over Bolivia. Um, you and I both felt during the stream that the game at times was a little dry.
Yeah.
Um, and I think we would both agree that ultimately the scoreline would flatter the Bolivians a little bit. It probably should have been about 4-0, you could say.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think you could agree with that. Yeah. Really unfortunate. And it's interesting that we're finding such problems with clinical finishing here. Do you think that's just, you know, to do with this being the beginning of the tournament? The teams will start heating up, but we're seeing a tremendous amount of opportunities and no finishing. So what's going on?
I think we're seeing some very good goalkeeping as well.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but man, I was gonna say we should maybe even have a best save segment because that Mosquera save he had on Arrascaeta's header, insane save.
And
Insane. That's the
that was
best
the
one that I've
best of
seen in the
many.
Copa
That
so
was the
far. Like,
best of many.
he had a game. He had a game. Um, but I also think, man, scoring goals is hard. I think it's
Scoring
hard,
goals is hard.
and I also think you have a point that as the tournament progresses, these teams acclimate to the pressure, what a Copa America feels like. I think you'll see that improve. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think those are the three biggest factors for why we're seeing a lot of howlers. I thought Pulisic was unplayable today against
Unplayable.
Bolivia. My man of the match, hands down, hands down, crazy. Was there anything about this U.S. team, a player, maybe an approach, a moment that you just didn't really see coming, or one that surprised you in a good way?
So you want positive because
Or what do you think are the major talking points?
I think it's very damning that Tyler Adams was looking as shaky as he was. Couple errant passes, not as threatening as usual. Physically, he
Yeah.
was looked a little nervous. I think he's just not himself still. And you got to hope that he reclaims that sort of status as the tournament progresses because I mean,
Mhm.
on his day, he's my favorite player on the pitch. On his day, he'll be my favorite player on the pitch. I love his attitude. I love the way that he commands a game when he's in form. Um, and I think they'll be sorely missing him.
Mhm.
That being said, I think this game, obviously, other people picked up the slack. You know, Gio, McKennie, Pulisic, obviously played with a ton of grit and metal, and I was really, really
Yeah.
proud of them. So that'll be a positive. But yeah, I was a little worried about Tyler. I was a little worried about Tyler there.
Yeah. Two quick things on Tyler. I wonder if it's a factor of one, for the first time in his U.S. career, he's got legitimate competition at the six with Johnny Cardoso
Fair,
nipping at the heels.
totally fair.
And I think it's also man ain't played. Man ain't
Man, they
played.
played
So
in a long time. Yeah,
yeah, it's
he's
been a
got to
long
shake the rust
time.
off.
It's been
He's
a
got to
long
shake the
time. But
rust
I
off.
agree. He does. He does. And we have to keep that in perspective. But at the same time, you can say of the starters, he was the worst player today for the US, where I felt like
Yes.
pretty much everybody else really did their thing and did it comfortably. I'd probably have Jedi
Even
as my
Joe
second man of the
Scally.
match.
Yeah.
The fact that Jedi didn't have 2 assists today is a crime
Yeah.
that Ricardo Pepi
Shocking.
must answer for in The Hague.
Dude, that's the second time you've mentioned The Hague in like the last couple of videos, and that had me screaming. When you mentioned it in yesterday's recap, I died. You were like, and he needs to be tried in The Hague. I fell. I damn near fell in the shower. It was hilarious.
Hey, dude, I appreciate that. You know, we've got to sprinkle these international jokes in here at Deadball
Gotta
TV.
keep it
Okay.
educated.
One thing I want to say, and then maybe we talk about Bolivia for a second, but I'm not sure what there is to say. I think these boys are cooked. Except the red jerseys. Shout out to Marathon. Smash the like button. Those things were sexy. And
They were.
Vizcara, the goalkeeper. Good game from him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he
Vizcara
was
was
looking
good.
like Crepeau.
Okay. He was looking like Crepeau, and Crepeau was looking like Mosquera. I
Yeah,
mean, it's crazy. We got the triangle of death here from
it
the
is crazy.
goalkeepers of the Copa.
We do. And Matt Turner went to Wendy's halfway
Biggest
through the
winner,
game.
and he was not called upon until the 58th minute. Biggest winner today, Balogun Can you make that argument? Gets a goal. Ricardo Pepi comes on as a sub, misses 2 or 3 golden chances. Biggest winner, Balogun?
I think the biggest winner, Pulisic. I'm going to say it.
Okay.
As a Pulisic simp here.
Why?
You've got a goal in your first
the
game.
case?
Messi doesn't. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're off to a flying start with the Golden Boot race. Who do they have next?
And an assist.
Is it
He's got an
Uruguay?
assist too. Goal and assist today.
And an assist? A goal and an assist? Come on. Come on. What more do I
Should
need
add
to
more.
what do I need to say? Two goal contributions in one game in the Copa America against
Mhm.
Bolivia. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to care where those come from as long as there are more.
No one
Now,
cares.
if it stops right, if the
No
buck
one
stops
cares.
here, nobody cares. But guess what? I think he could do more. I think he could do more because he ran his heart out. Dude looked fast. That's probably the fastest I've ever seen him was against this Bolivia team. I've never
Speedster
seen him.
today.
Speedster. I don't know what he was on. He stole some
I
coca
don't know.
leaves from the Bolivian locker room or something, but it was beautiful the way he was running. Gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean, we gotta check his Nike cleats. Maybe it's some custom like flash,
Yeah.
cleats or something.
Yeah.
Or who's the like younger version of Flash? Kid something, right?
Kid Flash. Wally?
It's
Wally
just
West?
Kid.
Yeah.
Okay, Kid Flash. I thought it was a little different than that. That's hilarious. Those would be some sick cleats.
Those were-
Very quickly, having seen both Bolivia and Panama play, who wins that game at the Copa?
Oh, Panama. Panama. Coco Carrasquilla slices them up like so many fish fillets that I'm sure they love to consume. Oh,
Mhm.
it would be, yeah. I think you would get a nice little, potentially a 2-1 there. A 2-1. And Panama has 2-0 for the entire game, and then, as is tradition, they concede late. 90th minute.
As a tradition. 90th minute, the clock strikes midnight, they concede. I agree. Moving on to Uruguay and Panama to close the loop. 0.18 XG for Bolivia against the US, 2.4 for the United States. So just offensively, Bolivia are cooked. Now, Uruguay beating Panama 3-1. Banger of a game. Y'all should go back and watch the stream.
Banger of
It
a
was
game.
great. Basically, the story of the game is Uruguayan utter dominance in the first half. 3, you can call them howler misses. You can call them amazing saves from Mosquera. Depends, glass half empty or half full. And then Panama completely flipping the script, putting a CONMEBOL giant on the back foot for about 35, 40 minutes in the second half. Ultimately isn't enough. They concede the second goal to Nunez, who he's doing the ear thing. He's shutting up the crowd.
Yeah.
Redeems a little bit of his honor. At least silences some of the critics there. And then Vina, arguably man of the match, gets another one. And then after that, Michael Murillo puts either Oliveira or Cáceres on the chop block, switches the ball to his left foot, places it top corner past Rochette. I mean, the game was crazy. It was a banging game. One of my favorites that I've seen
It
at the
was
Copa and
crazy.
the Euro. I want to ask you, from an Uruguayan perspective, should you be concerned about Darwin Nunez and the missed chances today, or is it just a one-off? He just had a rough start. How would you look at it?
I think if you look at the sample sizes, he played like Liverpool Darwin. That was like the whole dialogue today, right? That is abnormal for him in Uruguay. So I say you don't hit the panic button yet. No question about starting spots. Don't freak out. Is an isolated incident. The bigger deal you make about it, the more truth you breathe into this situation, right? So this man's got to go. Somebody's making a joke like, do you think that Darwin's hitting the clubs after this? I think he absolutely should hit the clubs after this. Man should go out. I say take a day. Take a day, get it off your mind. Like, go do something with the fellas. Like, don't stress out about this. Just make sure you're in the next practice.
Yeah.
Be there for Bielsa. Bielsa's going to say one sentence to you about it and stop. The only anxiety, he's got a, key, paramount right here. Don't turn the TV on. Don't turn the TV on. Don't go listen to nothing. You're going to get in your head. You're going to get the yips. Don't worry about it. You're going to get the goals. He got the goal here. Again, Granted, it's against
Mhm.
Panama late, which they like to do. Anybody can get those.
Great
Don't
goal,
listen.
though.
Don't listen to
Great
anybody.
goal.
Oh, fantastic goal. Off the half volley, the deflection, perfect positioning, banger. Fantastic. Cracker.
Banger.
Don't look at the media. Don't look at media. Don't listen to us. Don't watch Dead Ball. Only Darwin. Everybody else should watch.
Well, watch Dead Ball.
But
Watch
yeah,
Dead Ball because we'll defend you a little bit, but nobody else.
we'll defend you. Yeah, we're here. Yeah, he can watch it in 2 days. Just don't let the monkey get on your back, is I guess what I'm saying.
Yeah. Spot on. Spot on. I agree. If we're being honest, at the end of the day, he did get his goal. He did do his job. And of the Uruguayan stars, he was better than Fede. He was better than Fede.
He was better than
But
Fede.
he's going to take the heat because he's a striker.
Because he's
I mean,
the
Ugarte
striker,
was better
he's
than
the
Fede.
face. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arrascaeta wipes
Dude.
his ass with Fede.
Arrascaeta, bro. Him and De La Cruz have to be a little bit better. But
They
if
do,
I'm
yes.
ranking like top 3 men of the match for Uruguay, I'd probably go Viña 1, Nandes 2. So those are the 2 fullbacks.
Viña 1.
And then
Whoa.
Viña 1, bro. Goal and assist. I mean, assist.
Yeah.
He got the same assist as Tim Weah did, but an assist nonetheless.
Yeah.
And I thought he was good. I thought he was good defensively down the left as well. And then maybe Pelestri or maybe Ugarte. I thought Ugarte in the middle was
So
just,
you don't.
he was destroying enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. You're right. Nandes played a game.
Yeah. He played a game. And so did Panama, dude. Bro, if
Panama.
y'all watched this game and still are not putting respect on Coco Carrasquilla and Amir Murillo, like y'all hating so hard. So hard. Amir Murillo, best right
Carrasquilla
back
to
in
Marseille.
CONCACAF. Carrasquilla to
he
Marseille,
did.
Carrasquilla to Girona, Carrasquilla to Porto. I don't give a damn. Get this man to
I was
Europe.
a doubter. I was a Murillo doubter. I'm here. We've arrived. He's
Dude,
good.
he was good today. But we said at the beginning, who wasn't good for Panama today?
Who
Like,
wasn't
that's the
good?
thing. Like,
Give me one player that did not play a great game for Panama.
Or give me one
I can't
player
think.
that you thought was going to play better is a way to also ask this question. Who did you see out there and you're
Yeah.
like, I expect more from Eric Davis? No, I expect more from Fajardo.
Didn't meet expectations.
Fajardo almost had
Not
2
a
bangers.
single one. Yeah.
Not a single one. Exceeded across the board. I mean, you want to talk about honorable defeats. Canada against Argentina?
This is it.
Honorable defeat. That was an honorable defeat. They tried. They got a little fortunate with some bad finishing and some good saves by Crepo.
Yep.
And Panama said, hold my vino tinto. I'm going to do the exact same thing against Uruguay. I mean, I think this is a respectful result for CONCACAF. And I think Panama,
Completely
they got to be
agree.
feeling good about it.
They do.
Now, all right.
They 100%.
I'm going to close the video with this. The haters will say, that if Nunez scores, Uruguay actually win 5-0. They're up 3-0 at halftime, and Panama never get going. So actually, Panama suck. What's your response to that?
You ready? This is when I put my dad pants on.
Yeah.
This is when I put my dad pants on. This is
Okay.
full
Put 'em
on. You ready for? I mean, I'm just gonna reality check you. That wasn't the reality. That's not what happened. We can talk ifs, buts, or maybes. That's totally fine. Nunez didn't score the goals, just like Messi and Di Maria did not score the goals. If that happens later, you're in big trouble. It's good that it happened now. You can work on it. But Panama was in the game, okay, by the grace of Uruguay. If you want to put it that way, I would say Panama played a hell of a game. Panama didn't give them easy shots. Okay, mistakes were made. You're right there to clean up. I saw 30 minutes of dominance. That's what I remember. I don't remember Nunez's misses. I remember his banger of a goal. But okay, you tell me what the usual pattern for Nunez is. It's goal scoring and assist providing for Uruguay. Delivering. He was able to deliver once, 80-something minutes in. No, what was it, 60, 70? Regardless.
Nunez's
The
goal?
haters could say that all they want. Yeah, Nunez's goal.
No, dude, I feel like it was like 84, right? It was pretty late, huh? 85th
84
minute.
was
Yeah.
late.
Really, really late.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying. They held you until then. So, I don't know. I think that's an unfair question. That's an unfair take right there. To me, that's Fugazi. We can talk about that all we want. That's a Nunez problem.
Mm,
Okay.
mm,
But a Nunez problem
mm.
becomes an Uruguay problem. So haters, well, I mean, whatever you want to say. Panama played a banging game, and I say to take that away from them with that little switch right there, it's unfair. It's unfair, and you didn't watch the rest of the game.
I love
That's what
that
I would say.
response. I would add that you're probably ethnically Costa Rican as well, or Central American. There's a
Yeah.
lot of bad blood down there between the teams. It just doesn't quite filter. Like the U.S. men's national team sphere. It's such a thick force field that the Central American hate and toxicity it just can't get through. So, but it's there. Mark my words.
Doesn't
If you go
insert into it.
hunting, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations to Panama. I think it was a hell of a performance. Uruguay, they ultimately did the job, but questions there. U.S. men's national team, very comfortable win, not tested at all. We didn't really learn anything except Pulisic's God mode for the national team. We're going to go ahead and end the video there, guys. We'll be back tomorrow night for the streams with the Colombia and Brazil game. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Follow us on social media, links in the description. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Drop your takes in the comments. We'll see y'all tomorrow.